window.
Hey, what's cranking, good people, ladies and G's? One more again for the Chief and Go. Happy Thursday, Friday Eve to everyone. Coming through for a brief minute. Chief keeping it brief. Talk about a couple things. See what's going on. See what y'all doing. See what's up with the people, right? See what's up with the family. You know what I mean? That's all. Excuse me. Hey, Kim. What's going on? Happy what is it? Go Appreciation Week to everybody. What's up, Ty? Dyson Alexander on what's it called? Instagram. Hey, Mel B. I ain't making too much noise tonight, y'all. I'm just coming through because it's each and every Thursday. But I got some stuff going on. I couldn't really lock in like I wanted. But I do got a couple things I want to talk about. I used to add some beats in here. I ain't about to do that though. Yeah, I got a birthday coming up. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, Kim Evans. I definitely got a birthday coming up next Saturday, 11/29, which is 11/11. You add the 2 and the 9 together, numerology, that's 11/11. Make a wish. Yes, indeed. Got that coming up. Yep. So I will be partying with BYB. I was going to do the Howard with Raheem and the Crank Crusaders and Black Alley and UCB, but that joint got canceled. So last night I had to call an audible and pivot, and I'm gonna do backyard up at the Nottingham's. I wish I would have known, because they had $50 tables at first, but of course them Jones gone. But I talked to Kibi. He gonna try to do something for us. What's up, cuz? How you doing, man? Appreciate y'all coming through. Like I said, I ain't doing too much tonight. You know, something slight. I got surgery in the morning, man. You know, my knuckle is over here. This knuckle is over here, right? See that joint? It's flat. It's over here. So they're gonna straighten it up, put some pins in it. And I'm a little nervous. I ain't never had surgery before. The lady told me it's gonna be a piece of cake. And you know, she said you're gonna have the best sleep you had ever. And you're gonna be with Jesus for a minute. So I said, all right. I look at it like that. But they ain't never cut on me before. But I can't eat or drink after 12. So, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't do my regular festivities. I got a Coors Light in here. And about to blaze one. You know what I'm talking about? Thanks, I'm gonna be fine. Ashe, I appreciate it. You know, it ain't like open heart surgery. Now I just never had surgery, so I guess I don't know what to expect. I had stitches in my face and shit when I was little, but I never had actual surgery. But yeah, I gotta do that early tomorrow. And then like I said, I'm partying with Backyard out Nottingham's next Saturday. If anybody wanna come through out Columbia, come on, Kim, let's light it up. Get the best. I know that's right. That's the same thing Reese said, of course. Yeah, I'm sure. They might try to give me them 800s and Motrins they usually give me, but we'll see. Y'all stupid. Hey man, drugs are the best. Drugs don't kill people. People kill people. It ain't the drug that make you OD, it's your ass that OD. Drugs are good. Drugs make you feel good and tap into the stratosphere, in a higher dimension, the spiritual. But yeah, come on, let me blaze this up. I was gonna talk about the Go-Go Awards a little bit. Just stuff I see, like when I'm scrolling, and you see different things and people complaining, and everybody got something to say, and this and that, this and that. And I remember when they first did it the first couple times, and I ain't never been in the shit. I mean, I ain't really got no dog in the fight, but I felt like I should have had, like, in the beginning, or when they did best songs of all time and stuff like that. Even though we was gone, I feel like Huggerbucks should have been nominated, and I don't know how they did it then. So I kind of did feel away, but I'm looking at it how they did it this year. If this how they've been doing it, what they do is they open it up for nominations, right? They got a link where you can go nominate whoever you want, whoever you think should be nominated to be in award in a category to get an award to get voted on. And so people complaining that they not in the category, but did they go nominate themselves? Even did they nominate the people that you feel like not in these categories? Did you go nominate them? What's up, Audrey? G91. But see, and I ain't know that. I ain't know. I was just looking at the complaints, and then somebody was telling me yesterday, and I said, "Oh, okay, that's a good system because you're letting the people choose who should be in these categories." And like I said, if it's something you feel like you should be in, or your band, you can go in there and nominate yourself. And of course, they're gonna go by nominations. If it's enough people that feel the same way, you might get put into that category. But if enough people not saying it, you're not gonna make it to the category. Keep working. How do people nominate? I think that part is over. I think the nomination part is over, but I know the voting is still open. I got the voting link too. But like I said, I didn't know that either, but that makes sense to me because I'll be trying to figure out how do they figure out who gets in there, what's the criteria, but that's how, and that makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna put the voting link up. So I don't know. And then the other thing is, did they make it clear that you go to this link and nominate people? Because like I said, I didn't know it. And I'll be busy sometimes. I don't even get online. I just might zip through and post something and not really be looking at it. So I think that's a fair system to get the nominees, right? But like I said, was that promoted? Did we know that? Did everybody know that? Because I didn't. I probably to put myself in there. I ain't tripping off no award. You know what I'm saying? Not right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just warming up. But I probably would have at least put my name in there. What's up, Jock? How you doing, brother? Brother Jock. I also sat in on a meeting with the Go-Go Association, right? They got some great things going on. Coop, Jock, Joe Jackson, Jihad, they've been moving that thing right along. They met with some council people, getting into the funding side of it and trying to create some equality and some to spread that around, and just some information just to talk to these people and let them know we here and we represent it, you know what I'm saying? So they represent us as a community as a whole to make sure things are as they should be. What's up, Carlos? No, you didn't have it. You didn't have you ain't know that either about the nomination part. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mel B. If I known that was the system, we could have went in and you know what I'm saying. I know I'd have had my peoples. We'd have, you know what I'm saying, because they had the best Go-Go podcast. But I'm just getting started, so Heartbeat in there, Derek and Scooby in there. I mean, they kind of just getting started too. I don't know who the other people was, but they got nominated. So I mean, and if it was only a certain amount of people nominating, you could have had 4 people to get in there. So because it's not that many Go-Go podcasts, so I think we could have got up in there. But like, I'm not mad about that. Younger bands said they ain't know about the nominations. That's what I'm saying. I didn't. So I like that part. I like the system. I think that's a good way to get to it. But we got to know about it. So what's the marketing behind that? Did they make Facebook ads or Instagram ads behind that? Did they use the movers and shakers to push that message forward to let people know that nominations was how they figured out who was on the ballot? Was that clear? I don't think so. So what it seemed like to me. But like I said, got the Go-Go Association doing great things. Happy birthday to Joe Jackson. I went up Fridays for a minute. Urban Rhythm Band, they sound good with Yendi. My first time catching them, they were solid. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, we know for next year. What's up, Tim Chiller? We know now that that's the system. So maybe we can next year we could, we'll do better. But it's we beginning, had go-go wars before, but Rome wasn't built in a day, y'all. There's people out here trying to do stuff, and I think we got to appreciate it. And we always trying to tear people down. But if we don't have a solution or we ain't doing nothing better, then you gotta, what we talking about? So I just think they doing the best they can. They trying to figure it out. We could not have a go-go awards at all, right? We could not have a go-go museum at all. Then what? Then we'd complain about that. So I just want people to get their mind right. And I know, we all could get into complain mode, but there's some people that just live in misery and complain mode. That's all they do. Everything a problem. Man, the sky blue, the street black. I gotta walk with my left and my right foot. Hate it. Gabs, what's up? Hey. Gabs is in there. Y'all go vote for Gabby Mo for the second mic, the two mic. You know what I'm saying? Gabby Mo Lip Band. I'm gonna put the link back up there. Y'all make sure y'all go vote for Gabby Mo. Or vote for who you like. But I'm voting for Gabby Mo. I'm gonna let y'all know. Ain't no private ballot. I ain't got to sugarcoat it. And yeah, I just tried to vote, but it was like you only could cast one vote. I heard I had the wrong link or something. So I'm gonna go back. But yeah, it's definitely some people I wanted to vote for and voted for that I felt should get that love. Other than other people that always, get love. And people that I see that's been doing it. Jock, what you say, Jock? Locked in. Oh, right. That's what I'm saying. Like we kind of like are of the culture. So I think as much as my algorithm is tuned to go-go, I would have thought something would have popped. I would have thought something would have popped up about that. So are they trying to be secretive? We're gonna do some conspiracy shit, or they just got to get better. Just got to get better. Sometimes you got to get better. Like I said, it's just getting shit going. So I'm sure the BET Awards wasn't, Soul Train, they wasn't the best the first couple years. So yeah, man, just let's try to just do the best we can. Where's that link? And appreciate stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because then we might block our blessings. We when we just mad, and you got to be happy, and you got to be on the receiving mindset for the manifestations to come in. When you mad and you closed off, then nothing can come in. Then you can't receive shit. So we gotta get our mind right and woo-saw and go take a walk, or just try to be understanding of stuff, man. Because it's not. I'm sure it ain't easy when you're doing something that ain't been done before for real. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna run into some hiccups. So I support it because, like I said, it's still a way, whether your favorite people or bands got in or not, it's a way for people to be recognized in our culture that's been putting in work. And so it's cool to me. Do the best you can. Shout out to the Go-Go Museum, Ron Moten, and everybody involved, Capri, whoever's involved. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know, but I know, Ron and I guess Natalie Hopkinson. the journalists that been doing a lot of reporting on go-go for a long time. Ashe, exactly. Exactly, Mel B. What's up, Instagram? I'm trying I'm trying to stay in the pocket. Shawnita, Dyson Alexandra. What's up, Dyson? Dynamite Young Singer. But yeah, let me see. What you say, Kim? You are my friend, and I posted it on my page. But people have to understand that if we don't interact with each other on a regular basis, I don't see a post. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Them Jones get hidden into the mix because they want to show you new stuff. They try and keep you on that platform. Oh, definitely. It definitely should be on all platforms. That only makes sense. You got different demographics that favor certain platforms. But yeah, like I said, it is what it is. I didn't know that. I didn't know if people knew. I wanted to let y'all know they had the nominations to get the people on the ballot, or you could suggest or write in people for the nominations to be nominated to be voted on, nominated to make the ballot, right? So if it's 97 drummers in the district in the bands and they nominated 18, I guess they're going to go with the top votes they got, because you can't put, how many people can you put in the category? You know what I'm saying? How does that work? Like, how do you figure out the categories? Like, it's a lot of work that go into it. And I guess you got to try stuff too to see what work, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that part. And what had happened was I saw this video just now when I was trying to figure out what the hell I was going to come on here and talk about. I wanted to talk about the anthem, the Wale show, the Wale album, Back to the Hating, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, man, that's some garbage, some trash. Not everybody, you just see people saying it. It's just like, he might not be your cup of tea, Wale, a lyricist. He not like a lot of rappers. He's like a poet, like a common sense poet type of rapper. He's, but he still supported, came out, brought T.O.B. and Lil Chris and them, you know what I'm talking about? Came out there, let them play on a couple joints, bounce beat. Then he did the goddamn porch. Had Chris, Lil Chris, T.O.B. out there, of course, Wes and BJ on the congos, Wes Walker's cranking them. That was a good joint. I skimmed through it because I just watched it before this too. But he had Trey up there, but Jata came out that joint and sang the Rihanna joint. Jata, good God Almighty, her voice is so strong. So that I love that part. And like I said, who else he bring out? He brought out somebody else. Damn, he brought out somebody else. Lil Chris and Minucci did something together. Jata. Damn, somebody else seemed like. But no, that joint was cool too, man. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I liked it. So yeah, shout out to him for putting Go-Go on when he came through, you know what I'm saying? Putting the homies on, putting the family on for his show. I think that's cool. What's up, Bean Martin? Shout out to Wale for that. But so I found this other video, and I'm always into educating the people about the culture. I got some stuff I want to do about the culture and the evolution of the culture. But this was a cool joint. You might want to check it out. It's on the VPM History YouTube. It's called Sonic Threads. But they did a little piece on Go-Go, and it's cool. There's a lot of little stuff I'll be touching on in certain videos too. And so that's what it is, like the information is getting out there and it's consistent. Because sometimes I'll be like, did I make that shit up? Did I just make that up? But I've been studying, watching stuff like this for a long time. I'm gonna play that for y'all for a second. And so, bruh, how do you do that? I want to make it full screen. Oh, not this one. I'm sorry, y'all. It's been a minute. So yeah, this joint was pretty good. I'm gonna play it though. Play it. That part.
Did you even know what a sardine was before this came out?
Sorry.
I did.
But did you eat it? Report to me. Dr. Natalie Hopkins to attempt small talk by asking the woman beside her, so are you a Go-Go fan? And to many, go-go is not just a genre of music. It's the soul of DC, also known as Chocolate City. Together, the musicians and the crowd create the music live through a collaborative conversation of sounds, dances, and chants. We visited Dr. Natalie Hopkinson in the Go-Go Museum and Cafe for a tour and to learn more about what makes go-go so undeniably irresistible. Go-go is music that was created in 1976 by Chuck Brown, the godfather of go-go. It is a polyrhythmic art form with rhythms from Afro-Latin beats to different forms of percussion from West Africa. It's a spiritual force, it's a political force, and it is the official music of Washington, D.C. And go-go is one of the only forms to not be colonized, meaning not under corporate control. A unique feature of go-go is that the audience is part of the band. Sugar Bear from EU has said this. Go-go is 90% the audience because it doesn't work unless they're involved. Kelly Lemon once again, Sonic Threads. We are out and about. And this time we are with Mike Millions and we're talking go-go.
Okay.
What's your love for go-go?
Oh, I got a lot of love for go-go. As a kid, I ran around with a go-go band. Shout out to New Dimensions. My rap name actually comes from Big Stefan, the lead singer.
Tainer. But
Smell.
Yeah,
That's your uncle with a sandal.
Yeah. And he
Come on.
Yeah, and it might not even be your uncle, but on that day, he's your uncle on that day. Yeah.
We want to get up, y'all.
Go-go is this amazing, flexible container, but the thing that characterizes it is the beat and the pocket. The pocket is the moment in the live performance context where all of the percussionists sort of lock in together. It's like this moment of ecstasy. You know it when you see it because the crowd is going crazy, the drums are going crazy, and it's sort of like the climax of the night. And not everybody knows how to do it, but the go-go percussionists know how to do it. I mean, they are the griots. They are the carriers of the culture. When they're doing their shout out, they're doing the roll call, which is another exhibit where we explain the roll call. It's very important in go-go, where you're shouting out different people, different neighborhoods. That lead talker has to know who they're looking at, or they have to find out.
What idea came from me? Oh, when Smokey Robinson had a song called "Going Through the Go-Go, the dee that dee." So now that gave me an idea to call this particular type of music go-go because it just keeps going and going and going and it don't stop. So by the time 1976 rolled around, I had been working on this thing. We were doing top 40, and I used to have to break down and do the percussion. And when you break down and do that percussion, we had them congos up in there and them timbales and that Los Latino flavor, which I stole from them when I left. Everybody started getting into that. We'd break that percussion down and start communicating with the audience, call and response, calling names, birthdays. They calling back. They bring me notes, write notes. Chuck, say this about me, Howard University, blah, blah, blah. And I'm mentioning all that Northwest, Northeast, all four corners of DC. Everybody loving. Next thing you know, all the tables and chairs in all those places that we were playing, tables and chairs start disappearing. The main coats and the suits start disappearing. They parties too hard. They can't dress up now. You know what I mean? All the tables and chairs disappeared. That's what really made me feel good. Everybody dancing.
Break it on down.
Oh. Oh, wow.
And I'm gonna bring up something else once we finish talking about this, but
yeah,
because again, someone that is a pioneer of hip hop, however, is on a lot of go-go tracks.
Yeah.
This man right here, yeah.
Shout out to Dougie Fresh, Curtis Blow, LL Cool J.
Yeah.
You already know Salt and Pepper and Kid and
Oh,
Slade.
yeah.
Herbie Lovebug was all over those joints. This is the greatest band of all time. I don't care what anybody says. You can argue with me all day.
The wickedest band alive. The wickedest band, y'all. It's not up for debate. R.E. Been doing it the longest and the strongest. When you look at consistency, when you look at everything about RE, it's a brand, you know what I mean? And they keep reinventing themselves, they keep it going, they keep it going. So and because it's Go-Go Appreciation Week, you know what I mean? Okay, I wanted to give y'all that, but definitely go watch that. It's on, like I said, YouTube. The page is called, I'm sure y'all seen it. I couldn't make the screen big. It's called VPM History. And the joint is called Go-Go Music. How Go-Go became a cultural institution, Sonic Threads. But anyway, y'all see it. Y'all just rewind this and check it out. But check that thing out. Explain the pocket thing. Well, the pocket thing. That's when the beat breaks down. So, all right, great question. I mean, great point, Camellia. So the pocket, there's a pocket in music, period. Any music, right? It's a pocket that it sits in. It's like, especially in like funk and music that grooves, right? Dance music, like music, any music, it's a pocket. Latin music that's kind of like the nucleus of where that percussion sits, you know. And like I said, with other music, the bass could be in the pocket. That's called being in the pocket, like, you know, in the pocket. But a go-go pocket is the beats that's played in between songs and the music parts with the grooves, you know, whether it be a cover or something that the band made up. The pocket, and then sometimes it's pockets within those grooves, but it's when the beat break down. And to be more specific, the pocket beat come from this African Cuban rhythm called the guaguancó. Bak bak boom 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 boom. That's, and we, you know, morphed it into what we do with it. But there's a lot of videos on that too. It's a lot of history videos on the breakdown, the stuff that's happening at the museum, where that guy is coming and showing you all the African patterns they're using, and all everything in the socket and the pocket, and all the Afro and the Cuban patterns and the things that was incorporated, and how it came through Louisiana. That's why we so closely related to them. When you go down there and you see the bucket guys and all that. But a pocket beat and go-go is that. Boom, 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 boom. So you break it down, they talk to the crowd. Tell me where y'all from, who's in here, who's the real deal. Put your right hand in the air and your left hand down in your underwear and smell it. Okay, too much. Oh, I just spit on my laptop. Don't cost too much. Anyway, so that's the pocket. Then you got the socket beat. And the socket beat is usually any other beat that's not boom, boom. It's usually incorporating a high Congo or some lows, and it's more of an intricate pattern. You know what I'm saying? That's right, over and over, creating that socket beat. Like a socket is cranking. The socket is cranking. Like you crank a socket. You got the bike socket, the joint that the chain is going on. You got a socket wrench, and you're cranking the goddamn socket. Boom, 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 boom. Do you speak Congo? Boom, 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 boom. Those are socket beats. The pocket is book, book, boom, boom, book, book. You pop it, boop, pop, boop, boop, pop, boop, boom, 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 boom. Ding, ding. And you put and it usually got a cowbell and some tamarines in it, you know, and it's just like hits, bam. Usually it's not much music in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? You might have the bass sliding, boom, just to keep that shit flowing. But that's a pocket, and it's mesmerizing. And it makes people get into the freaky dances. My bad. That was good. I got it. I'll spit a little bit, but it's cool. It's okay. Okay, I opened the government. It's okay. Thank me later. Okay, you're welcome. The files are coming out. Okay. I wasn't at Epstein. Everyone knows Epstein. He was my friend, but not a good guy, not a good man. I'm sorry. Keep it cranking. Hey, Kobe, what's up, Kobe? Kobe is a legend, y'all. She used to be there in the Ibex on stage on the Sexy Girl contest, getting down every week. Keep it cranking, Chief. Always great to see you on the drums. Miss those days grooving at the Ibex. Yes, indeed. Always positive, and I vibe with you with what you said about blessings. Absolutely. Thank you, Kobe. Thank you for tuning in. Good. That's the old family friend, Kobe. Always sending me, man. Appreciate the stuff you be sending me too for the dogs, and Kobe, good people, man. Appreciate you. So what's up, Damon? Oh shit. The socket break too, of course. So the pocket and the socket, yeah, right. So both of those are when the beat breaks from the music. Now you might have the groove might be in the socket. It might be a socket beat with the music on it. There's a groove that Northeast or somebody made up backyard. Excuse me, Butterfingers, right? But then you hold the socket. You're gonna stop the music. That's what that means. That's the beat. That's the beat with no music, the percussion, and some hits. Bam! Boom, bam, boom, bam. And maybe a turnaround at the end. Bam. But when you get in that deep socket, in that deep pocket, ain't even no turnaround. You cut everything off and that thing riding. You're doing your crowd participation. You know what I'm saying? Interacting with the crowd, calling out, all the things. You narrating the party, right? You narrating the party and you conducting the band as the lead talker. And those sockets are your free space to do it. You can run your mouth and get everybody hype and say everybody's name. You understand? Yes, indeed. Appreciate it, Camellia. That was a great point. Hey, everybody. Hold up. I'm trying to read. I can't. He said Charlie Kirk and a beer bottle have in common. They both have a hole in their neck. Oh, man. I can't put that up there. Dixon, you are wild. I ain't trying to get my page in trouble, man. Let me petty. They be like, you are talking crazy. What's up, Armani? Armani stepped in. Armani he on there on the lead talker category, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go vote for them Go-Go Awards. Young Armani in that joint. Appreciate you coming through, young man. Always good to have the stars popping through. But like I said, I ain't making too much noise tonight, y'all. I was just coming through the holler. The holla, holla, holla. Let me holla, let me holla, 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 let me holla, 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 holla. Y'all remember that? Let me holla, 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 holla. Anyway, let me tell y'all about this free movie on YouTube called Roman J. Israel something, Esquire, Denzel in that joint. It's a free YouTube joint. Man, I like that. That was a good movie. This Bama Denzel is the best. He playing like, I ain't gonna say now, you gotta watch it. He's doing a different type of character. But that's an acting dude. This is a pretty good movie, man. That joint just popped up on my YouTube one night while I was working. I said, man, let me see. Started watching that junk, got sidetracked. I watched half of it. Like, damn, I got work to do. Then I watched the rest. But no, that junk was good. I just like to, you know what I'm saying, share it when I see some good art, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna share it with the people. You know what I'm saying? I voted for Monty too, for sure will. My slip ain't going through, but I'm definitely voting for Monty. Oh, you saw it, cuz? Shout out Fante Publishing in the house. Definitely. That was a tricky little joint at the end, too, boy. But that joint run into the suspense. Movies are made off of suspense and what's it like? The scenes, conflict and irony. Conflict and irony, right? That's just a lot of that. Like, that's what most movies are made of. And the climax or the rise in action, and you learn that shit in the plot, but the 3-act story and all these things. But it comes to this point in that joint, and it's designed to make you try to predict it the whole time. That's what. Oh no, I bet it's gonna be. And then it comes to that point where it just be like, nah, I wasn't even thinking of that. That's usually when you're seeing a good movie, when that twist or that that conflict, that last obstacle come, that life-changing moment, that shit was like, damn. But yeah, y'all, man, I gotta man, I can't eat or drink after 12. I'm gonna have to be asleep because I'm gonna mess up. But yeah, definitely go check out that that joint I just showed y'all. It'd be a lot of stuff, man. If you look it up, there's a lot of documentaries and and you know, just people talking and you know, talking about the history of go-go. It's a page called Culture Express. They got a story about Foots, like a 20-minute joint, and a heavy one, and just different aspects of the culture. Man, it's some good stuff out here. Which brings me to this video. I got these video titles I'm gonna do, and one of them is like, you know, basically where's go-go going? How's it expanding in the future? Why is this the most important time for go-go? Something like that. And that's why, because we got the internet, you got these podcasts and people talking about the history. You get to see these people and their stories and find out all these, interesting things that to make them who they are. And you're like, damn, I didn't know that, and stuff that make you relate to them. And then they got the museum, and they got, you know, journalists and people writing articles in magazines. They did a joint in the Post. My man Jet Black, AJ, shout out AJ, and the Term and the Crank, him and the Gerard Street Garvey in there. You know what I'm saying? Just had an article. So there's a lot of publications and publicity surrounding go-go. Not to mention, you know, as always, people from out of town, they might say, oh, it sounds like a bunch of beating and pots and pans. And we always say you got to go to experience it to understand it, right? So back then, all you had was a PA tape and maybe a go-go live VHS tape where you got to invite somebody to your house to watch that joint. You know what I'm saying? So now we got the internet, we got YouTube, so people are seeing it. They might not be there, but they seeing the atmosphere. So it's another level from the tape. And I think that's getting people interested in looking at it too. And you got the youngins trying to play go-go. You have more youngins trying to start bands and play go-go. You know what I'm saying? Getting back interested into it, getting this more young people looking at Major League or Pocket 3. Still ain't get that other band name, but there's young bands out here. And Ron Moulton and them doing the whole thing. They're getting some kids together and teaching them, and y'all gonna battle. They got Wink involved. They're gonna go get some buckets, and so it's a lot of good stuff coming on the education side too. I feel like, you know what I mean? So those are all the reasons. I'm gonna do a whole video on this, and I'm gonna do my research, and it ain't gonna be alive, but those are the reasons that I feel like, yeah, it's a very important time. It got signed in as the music of Washington, D.C. What was that, 2020, 2022, whenever, right? During COVID, about 2020. Anyway, now that opens doors. Then you got Magic and them with, you know, the Redskin folks. Now they putting the go-go bands with the go-go. They get it, right? Like this is our marching band. We're gonna take them down the road. So now you got bands playing in other states more regularly at a bigger event with a far more reaching demographic, right? You down there for that game. So you're gonna have people coming from different places to see the game, and gonna go out that weekend and go to the go-go. And people gonna start knowing that when the Redskins play this team, there's gonna be a band there in a lot of cities, probably to the Atlanta and Dallas, and might not be in Green Bay, but maybe soon. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's stretching it out. That's spreading it out. So there's a lot of good things going on in the culture. So I'm gonna do that video. It's gonna, you know, I'm gonna do more. I got a lot of joints I gotta do, but I've been doing a lot. I had a rough week. Not a rough week, a busy, real super busy week with appointments and you know, responsibilities and duties, and life been lifing. But all is good. Like I said, next Saturday I'm gonna be at Nottingham's. I'm gonna go party with the backyard band, the BYB kid. So anybody want to come out, I'll be up there. Come holler at your boy. Come holler at your mans and them. Me and the fam, me and the crew. We're gonna be up there. But yeah, man, I ain't, like I said, I was just coming in here to check in. Oh, next week, y'all. Next week on the Chief and Go Live. Drum roll. Oh, my hand messed up. Guess who I got on my show next week? She's a female and she plays an instrument. Guess. Anybody guess? Is anybody even in here? I don't know. Yeah. Well, it don't matter. I got a hell of a show coming next week. That was another reason why this week I said I'm gonna fall back and you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna chill and shit. I ain't be doing, you know what I mean? I'm talking about Slim. But next week, I got a great guest, guys. Next week on the Chief and Go Live, Thursday at 8, Shawnee Wreck will be in the building. Shawnee Wreck, the drummer from Pleasure Band. Boogie's on the mic. Oh, Michelle's on the mic. Shawnee's on the drums. Lisa and Claudia having fun. The original drummer, Shawnee Baby, right? That has she has a podcast. She started a podcast too, but she's gonna come through next week. Same drummer that played on Arsenio Hall. She's been on tour with multiple artists. I know Miley Cyrus being one. And, you know, from our sister band, Pleasure, we had the Hugglebucks, we had Pleasure. We was like on the same label, Sound by Charlie, Thump, whatever. So we wrote the shows together. You know, they was coming out. We was there for a minute. So we might ride to the show together on the van, or we might see them at the studio or go out of town. You know what I'm saying? So we would have fun and run into the Pleasure Girls sometime. They like our sisters, you know what I'm talking about? So next week, Shawnee Baby, drummer from Pleasure Band, who's based in LA now, but she has a new podcast, and we're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about everything she got going on. That's gonna be a great show, you know. Might hit a little Boogie, you know what I'm saying? See if she's gonna slide through. But so tune in next week, Thursday at 8. I'm gonna get on out of here. I know it hasn't been an hour yet, but I got to go get myself together and do some more work. So y'all be safe out there and have a wonderful night. Chief and Go signing off until the next time.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. 95, I pledge allegiance to the great. Oh, as long as I'm alive.
Chief and Go.